We are the American Legion Department of New Jersey. Be the one.
All right, Dan, we good? All right, let's get rolling with some motivation after lunch here, right? Now, when we're speaking to the Legionnaires, the veterans here, right? Want to see if you're awake. How many Army veterans do we have in the house? Whoa! That's all right. What about the Marine Corps?
Hoorah, baby!
Yeah. All right. We almost got a party team. How about the Navy? Hey! Whoa. Air Force? Hey! Oh, I tell you, the Air Force is a little strong there, all right?
Yeah, baby! Hey, we only need the
How about the Space Force?
Who?
What? I guess they're in orbit. What about the Coast Guard? All right. We're still waiting for some coasties to come. They'll get here. But another thing we'd like to acknowledge, yesterday, March 29th, was the 50th anniversary of our combat troops pulling out of the Vietnam War. So if there's any Vietnam veterans, please stand up. We'd like to acknowledge you. We salute you for your service and sacrifice during the Vietnam War, and wanted to acknowledge you on yesterday, March 29th, was National Vietnam War Recognition Remembrance Day. So thank you for your service, and your Legion family does not forget you. All right, now we're going to get into our program. All right, first speaker today is going to be Department Vice Commander Mike Smith, and he's going to go over what a county adjutant would look like in your county that we hope to in the future. You got the floor, Mike.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, Legion family.
Good morning.
That was kind of weak. Good morning, Legion family. Good morning. There you go. Just want to make sure you're all awake. So, how many adjutants we have in the room? Am I the only adjutant? Oh, back there. Only adjutant. How many adjutants do we have in the room? 1, 2, 3. Okay.
How about a half an adjutant?
All right. Well, as those of us who are adjutants or have been adjutants know, it's a very unforgiving job, because every time somebody's got a problem and they can't go to the commander because they want to go talk to the commander, who do they come running to? You. But it's also a very rewarding job, because when you know that you have gotten something done that the membership has directed or the commander has asked you to do, and you've gotten a job done and the membership's happy, then that's the rewarding part. The county adjutant role is, I would say, because I'm the county adjutant for Passaic County, so I'm 2 adjutants in 1, and I got the gut to prove it. It's a lot of the same role, except your scope is broader. You want to make sure that that the county adjutant is honest, is trustworthy, has the willingness to do the job. As an administrator, you have to make sure that you submit your paperwork to wherever you're submitting it to promptly. I have a mea culpa, because I had a piece of paper that I was supposed to submit to the department for my county commander, and I was a little late. So I gotta chip in $10 to Coda for that one, because it's an egregious one, right? You handle all the correspondence. So if you're not if you don't enjoy writing, if you don't enjoy using a computer to type, then job's probably not for you, because you're doing all the correspondence. The commander says, write a letter, send it to all the posts. Write the letter, send it to all the posts. You maintain all the records, any emails you receive, any correspondence you receive from your posts or from the department. You hold on to it to transfer it to the next, to bring to the county meeting, to read it into the record, and then to transfer it to the next adjutant when you move on. Publishes official announcements and instructions. One perfect example is the call to convention. the department adjutant sends the call to convention for Wildwood to all the posts, all the counties, and it's your responsibility as county officer or post adjutant even to send that information to your posts. Make sure they got it. Even though they got it in the mail, sometimes you don't get it. Sometimes, for whatever reason, the post office eats it. Sometimes you don't have the proper forms in at departments, so they don't know where to send that information to. That's something we're going to cover here in a few minutes. Big thing for me, and I'm going to use the cat chaser. Mentor, mentor, mentor. You have to make sure that you are mentoring a replacement, because God forbid I get hit by a truck tomorrow. Make sure that you have people in place that know what you're doing, know how to access what you're doing at the post, at the county level, so that somebody can step in and take over your job responsibilities. It's your responsibility to mentor someone, to find that bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, bring them in at the county level and get them to understand how the county level works. Don't fire hose them, but pass them the information, give them a job, and slowly ease them in, because we all have to remember we're not all irreplaceable. You know, you're going to get tired one day. You're going to say, okay, I'm done. You know, you have to move for a job, whatever the case may be. So make sure you are always looking and trying to mentor and train your replacement. And last but not least, as a county adjutant, I'm always assisting the other officers in the department with mail for information. My DEC is an important person in the county, because he always comes to me and asks me, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? And as part of my responsibilities as the county adjutant, I help him as well. So, adjutant's job. First sergeant. You are the top kick for the county. You are the person that people are going to come to and say, hey, I need help. The county commander, he's up there and he's running the meeting and he's, talking about everything going on. But when it comes down to it, the county commander is going to come to the adjutant and say, hey, I need you to help me get this done. And that's our job. County adjutant is a lot different than some of the other positions, where you want a county adjutant to be around for a couple of years because you want that institutional knowledge and history to continue to roll through the county. I know some counties, you run for office 1 year and you move on. Some counties, Passaic County, we always ask for a 2-year commitment for a county commander. So it's different between counties, but ultimately you want an adjutant to be there for a couple of years for that institutional knowledge. Again, providing continuity. Provides direction to new officers and committees. An adjutant who's been around for a while understands what the committees are on the county level and at the department level. And when people volunteer at the county level to be on a county committee or a department committee, the adjutant is going to know what those committees are, and it's going to be able to properly explain what your role on that committee is going to entail. Past records, obviously you're holding on to those records, so you'll be able to review them and bring that information back up if something comes up at a future meeting. You're going to retain documents in a way that's useful to everyone. Some people, I have a file folder at home. One of my long-term projects is to put it all on, is to upload it and put it all up on Microsoft Teams, so that everybody in the county can access, who needs to, can access those records. A lot like what the department is in the process of doing. So when you run for county commander, and you have to look at your 214, you have to look at your vetting records. We could hold on to some of those records. Written, digital, posted on a website. Some counties have websites. Passaic County, for example, uses Facebook. So whenever we have something come up, I always post it onto Passaic County's Facebook page. Social media. It's very important. I'm going to step aside for a second and into my role as a member of the Public Relations Committee. Remember, send your information in, social@njamericanlegion.org. Okay, that's done. And you're welcome, Commander Fisher. Okay.
Hey, Mike, what was that website?
www. We do. We do.
The department has a website?
Yes, we do.
Do we have that chief information officer?
Run by our Chief Information Officer, Steve Fisher, www.njamericanlegion.org.
Has everybody got that? We have a website that you can get all this information off of.
Yes.
And view this video at a later date.
We have Twitter, or actually X, formerly known as Twitter. We have Instagram. We have YouTube. All that information, and that's run by Commander Fisher.
Amazing. Good information. Right.
All right, so Adjutant's tools. I didn't change the post to county because there's really no county adjutant's manual, but you can refer back to the post adjutant's manual and just, extrapolate that to be in the county. Officer's Guide and Manual of Ceremonies, always important. They will have county commander responsibilities. They will have the organization for ceremonies, for installations, and things along that nature. District and county commanders' guides. One of the most important things we have, here's the cat chaser, Robert's Rules of Order. All our meetings are run by Robert's Rules of Order. So if you're having a problem at a meeting, refer back to Robert's Rules, and that will definitely help you out. So, note-taking tips. Make note not only of the concerns, but also of the accomplishments discussed at the meeting. Yes, we're all going to have concerns, but it's also important upon us all as leaders to say, hey, John Doe, you did a really great job painting the post canteen over the weekend. Thanks a lot. Certificates, you can get certificates of appreciation from the Legion emblem sales store. You can print them out, sign them. Every little pat on the back goes a long way because you are giving credit to your members. And that's one of the most important things you can do at any level of any organization, is to credit people who have done the work that needs to get done. Make sure you have the correct name spellings, please. Make sure when you're handing out checks that the right check is going to the right person. I did that. So make sure that's done. That's why I put that there. Make sure that's done. Oops. Okay. Did I skip anything? No. Okay. All right. So the next thing I'm gonna touch base on, because it's as county adjutant, it's your responsibility to collect a copy of this paperwork, and that is the consolidated post report. Does everybody know what the consolidated post report is?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
All right. That's good. I like to hear that. Because this is one of the most important reports that you can file as a post or a county or department for the American Legion. Does anybody know why that is? Does anybody understand the significance behind the consolidated post report? Yes. All right. So Bernie was absolutely right. It is to show our activity at the post level, the county level, to the department, so that the department can send that information to national, so that when we go to Washington Conference every February and we talk to our elected officials, we can say we've got 30,000 men and women, veterans. What are you going to do for us? How are you going to support us? How are you going to support our mission objectives for the American Legion that's put forth by national every year? Completely 100%. If you don't do any other piece of paper during the year, make sure you fill out that form. There's two ways you can do it. You can get the form that department mails out, or you print from the department website, or you could do it at mylegion.org. I recommend that if you have someone computer savvy, do it at MyLegion, because it's a live document. So anytime you do something, you can go back, refer to that document, fill it in. Consolidated post reports are one of the things that the posts have to have turned in, so that when you're going to get your new membership cards, at your county meetings, your DECs have those cards. I know in Passaic County, we require you to have those forms filled in so that we'll give you your membership cards because they're that important. And here's a, you can't really read that.
I can't read the third line.
Yeah. It's not coming across right, I apologize. But this is... But this is just a copy of the report form. You don't have to fill everything in. If you didn't do something, just leave it blank. But make sure if you did do something, even if it's just $25, put it in a line item. And again, those reports, you have one report. You have a copy that you keep. Make sure you keep your copy. Send one copy to us as the county, and then send one copy to the department. Always send the department to county, because if the department doesn't get theirs, the department's going to come to the county adjutant and say, hey, post 174, we don't have their CSR. Do you have a copy? I say, I absolutely do, and I send them a copy. Of course, I'll have one anyway because I'm 174's adjutant, so.
That's a quick question.
Sir, yes, sir.
Pretty much every post should be able to do this form because every post does something.
Absolutely.
I don't care if you do a funeral service, that is something. You do a flag retirement ceremony, that is something. There's no reason for every post not to fill out this report.
Absolutely.
Don't be a zero.
Absolutely. Okay, so here's another very important report that has to go to the department, and that's your officers' report. Every post has officers, right? Right? Okay. Every county has officers, right? Okay, well, hopefully. Hopefully. But anyway, these reports are critical for department because if you don't fill in that report for the year, guess what? You don't get mail. So if documents come out for the department and they don't have that right information, you're not going to get it. And then you're going to go to a county meeting and say, hey, what's going on? And your county adjutant's going to go to the department and say, well, who's the post adjutant commander for post 455? And they're going to say, Joe Schmo is the post commander. No, Joe Schmo's not post commander anymore. It's Dave Snowdy now. But post 455 didn't send in their form. I'm not throwing you under the bus. I'm just using you as an example. Post 55 didn't send in their form. Well, department sent it to Joe Schmo and not Dave Snowdy. So make sure you fill out that form. And again, when you fill out that form at your post, do it right after your election. Everybody has elections for post officers. Fill out that information that night or a day or two later, and send it into the county and send it into the department. And again, you send a copy into the county so that if God forbid, the department doesn't have the information, your county will have it and they'll be able to back you up. Yes, Commander.
This year alone in the state of New Jersey, I had over 50 posts that didn't submit their information. The posts were calling us up and said, why ain't we getting the information? Well, the adjutant and the post commander did not submit the post officer's report form. And in some of them, they reported on the post, but they didn't put the SAL information in, so the SAL wasn't getting that information. That's all on one form.
Yes.
It's really, really important because a lot of these updated information, so if we don't have an updated form, it's going back to the guy that was there beforehand. Well, he might have passed away, he might have moved or whatever, and he doesn't care, he's not in charge anymore. It's really important to get that information out as soon as possible. And if you're not getting information right away in the beginning of the year, you need to go up and say, hey, why am I not getting this information? So it's really, really important. So thank you.
Thank you, Commander. And just like as the Commander said, if this is not communicated, vital information may go to members who are no longer in office. Get the forms in, please, because as we're here trying to get the information to the counties and to the blue caps, it's also the responsibility of the posts to push the information that we need up to the county and the department level so we can make sure that you're getting the information. And we have a bunch of available tools. We have a website, www.NewJerseyAmericanLegion.org. You can go to Legion.org, which is the main Legion website. And of course, mylegion.org. Who is signed up for mylegion.org? That's good. I like to hear that. As an IT guy, or see that I should say, as an IT guy, I'm just, I do everything on the computer. Ask Joe, because he always comes to me and asks me, can you help me with this? So, and you all are comfortable using it. You know how to process memberships. You know where to go to look for the CSRs and the squadron forms, because the squadron forms are available on mylegion.org too. Yes, sir.
Just want to bring up one of the things that we're doing. I think that a good thing that you should repeat is for our SAL and our Legion, we go into the consolidated post report and the consolidated squad report 2 to 3 times a month. Like I said, hey, so and so's had a cancer scare. So and so did this, that, and we total up the buddy checks, throw them in there. Somebody passed away. Take the funeral we supported from 4 to 5. Hey, we just had to be the one training north and south, and our post sent 4 people to that. So update the number. So if you go in there multiple times a month, you'll be surprised. It's April, May, June, and like, holy moly, this thing's pretty chopped. Versus, let's start from scratch May 1.
Absolutely.
And you're scratching your head. What I do all year? How many? I would recommend just go in a couple of times every single month, and before you know it, it's done. You just hit submit on the last day.
And that's what I said earlier. It's a live document. So you go in go in whenever you do an event, whenever you're done, go in, put your information in, hit save, and come back to it again. And as was said, when it's ready to be turned in, you don't have to worry about, oh my God, what did I do 6-7 months ago? I don't remember what I ate for breakfast yesterday sometimes. So, sir.
How you doing, folks? On April 5th, District 4 and 5 will be having a membership course at Barnegat Post. We will walk you through on how to guide yourself going through mylegion.org. That's going to be April 5th at Post 232, open for District 4 and District 5. Me and John Rouse are doing a combination there. So if you don't know how to navigate through mylegion.org, we will be giving that course this Saturday. So I have some flyers here, so just to help people out, because a lot of people don't know how to navigate. So we will give you that class. Thank you.
And that's pretty much it. Like I said, being an adjutant at any level is both rewarding and challenging. Trust me. But it's probably at the post level, definitely at the county level mostly. It's probably the most important job in the American Legion, in my opinion, and that's just because I'm an adjutant. But we as adjutants, we get the job done. And if we don't know where to go, we know where to get the information to bring it back. And again, I implore you, take this information back, get it back to your posts. That's what this training is about. That's why we are here. And if nothing else, we want to make sure that you get that information back so that even if you don't know the answer, you know now, at the end of the day, you'll know where to get the answer from. And I thank everyone for their time, for coming out for this event this morning. And Director, that's all I have for you, sir.
Oh, you promoted me to director? Thank you. All right, Mike. Excellent job. Then let's hear it for Vice Chair, Vice Smith. You look good, man.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Okay. Does that clear up adjutant responsibilities and duties on the county level? Yes? Yeah. Now, are we going to push that down to all the post adjutants that are in your county? The information that you're getting today? Yes. That's what we're looking for, because then we're leadering, we're being leaders, mentors, and what are we doing? Moving forward. All right. Something I want to do, too, goes without saying how we interact as veterans in the Legion, but, with our family, I would, and just hold the applause to the end for everybody, I want to thank our auxiliary, and I want to thank our sons, and I want to thank our riders for all they do to support us and how they represent the proud Department of New Jersey. So all the veterans in here, let's give them a round of applause for what they do.
We are the American Legion Department of New Jersey. Be the one.